Hi, this is Nikki. I just wanted to show you this junk journal I've made for a swap on Junk Journal Junky, which is on Facebook. It was called Scrappy Junky Junk Journals, and the idea being that you use up all scraps, bits of odd trim, things that you might have thrown away, and make something useful out of it. This is what I've done with my bits and pieces. Everything in here is bits that I probably would have thrown away or would have used as, to put gluey bits of things on or to help dry paint and stuff like that. On the cover, it's a upcycled book, which has got all the pages removed, and I've took all the insides out apart from the first page, and then sewn two signatures onto a piece of brown card, and then stuck that into the spine of the book to hide where I've sewn the signatures in. The main book's covered with, this is wallpaper. This is wallpaper as my bedroom, so these are leftover bits for that. And so I picked two bits with the birds on, and then also just a bit down the spine as well. And then on the cover, this is a piece of die cut, bit of old card really, that I've cut there into a shape for somebody to write the name on or journal. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this something or just leave it blank for the person who gets it. These are all odd bits of ribbon, bits of trim. This is off some curtaining. That was the end of a bit of ribbon. Somebody sent me this little bit of felt trim. So they're all nothing, I've cut nothing new to fit on here. This was an artificial flower that a neighbour was throwing out. There were 3 or 4, so I got them and pulled the heads off and was going to do something with them and never have done. So that's something that I've recycled. And then in the middle there, that's a button that has been covered with a little piece of upholstery fabric that somebody gave me in a box of junk that they were chucking out. So inside I've left it pretty plain here. Just put another one of those die cut bits there. And then the next page is where the signatures, I've glued them into the main body of the book. This was a piece of a leaflet I got inside some photo paper. I've been printing off some holiday photos recently, and I thought, free your creativity. I mean, that goes with the theme of what we're doing, doesn't it? This is cover to a leaflet advertising a museum I went to a couple of years ago in Dublin, and I saved it because I like the pictures on the front, so I used that. And then spaces here for photos or journaling or doodling or whatever the person's going to use it for. This is some note paper from a hotel I stopped in. There's another leaflet. This is a shopping guide, and here I've stuck on a wine label, which I don't know why I kept it, but I did. And then I've just backed that with some scrap pieces of paper, so you could journal on it. Here's another piece of the wallpaper, so I've sewn that in. A map from a leaflet, and then here I've got as the offcut from the die cut I put on the front there. As this was a storybook page, you'll see the other half of it. This was in a magazine, and I really liked that, so I cut that out. Home Sweet Home. This is from a menu on an airline. A envelope here with a window, and so I've made a flap there so you could tuck things behind it. There's another page from a magazine, so I put that in. Another piece of paper from stationery from a hotel. I bet you can guess what that's from. Piece of packaging from a bar of chocolate. This was a coffee filter So I've just put that in there so you can tuck things inside it. There's a leaflet there about joining the National Trust, and it's got some, you know, nice pictures on it, so I put that in. There's another map here. This is again in Ireland, I think. An envelope here, which I've just put a little piece of paper on. I quite like the pictures of the drawer, so I put that in. Another leaflet here, and I've put in an old Nando's loyalty card there, just as a tab on the side of the page. This is from a little leaflet, and this bit here, this tab on this page was the actual tear bit on the packet that got the photo paper in, and it just got a big arrow on it, so I thought I'd use that. This is the packaging from some die cuts. I think they were K&Co die cuts, and it was so pretty with all the butterflies and birds, so I thought I'd put that in as well as just a nice piece of paper. Here's an envelope. This again was from stationery from a hotel, so that's sewn into the signature, and I've left it open obviously to tuck things in. And I put this on. This is some I think it was LMS face creams I got on the aeroplane, and they gave you this, and it's got all sorts of silhouettes of buildings on it, so I used that as a tab on that page. This again was from the photo paper, Start Your Project Today, so I thought that's quite nice, because you everybody needs a prompt, don't they, to sometimes to get things done. This was from an advertisement for the National Lottery, and what I did was I attached it to the leaflet from a museum and made a little pocket there to tuck stuff into. The other side of that envelope, and this again was some packaging from some stickers I had some teddy bear stickers, so I've just put some card on the back of that, so it's a little journaling spot tucks in there. There's the other side of that map, and I left it so you can fold it out. The other side of my chocolate bar, that's again the National Trust, and so yours to enjoy and experience. The other side of the stolen stationery from a hotel. This is an envelope there, and so I've trimmed it down so that you've got a nice pocket with a window, so you could tuck photos and tickets and things in there. Another bit of envelope there. There's the menu from the aeroplane. This is a page that fell out of a children's book. It's the one I turned into the album. If you look back onto my previous videos, this one there that I used an old children's book, and that's one of the pages. This is a paper bag, which I've just left open. We bought some postcards, I think, again, that's from Ireland. Another piece of leaflet. There's the other side of my wallpaper. This is a big leaflet here advertising the shopping mall, and I left it completely open. If a person doesn't like it, they can, you know, cut it down to whatever size they want, but if they do like it, you can stick lots of photos on it and make sort of a concertina bit there with it. Another piece of note paper, and there's the end of the leaflet. And this, my husband for Christmas got some like cheese and chutneys, and this little tab was on the basket that contained the chutneys, so I've used that as a little tab. This came inside a magazine promoting some books, and I thought it was such a pretty picture, so I kept it, so that's inside. And then this is the second signature. This starts here with some posts that came from my husband advertising for a new car, so I put that in because it's very glossy, very thick. This was from a catalogue with swatches of material in, so I kept the picture. This is a card that had some stuff inside, and I saved the front of it because I liked the paper and everything, so I put that in so you could use that as a frame and put your picture behind it. As we know, I've done lots of Alice in Wonderland things, so that's a page from one of those books. This was a card somebody sent me, and I thought that was too pretty not to use, so I put that in. This was again from the shopping mall. This was from, I think this is from Ireland again, from tourist information book. This was off an envelope here with a stamp on, so I put that in. Another leaflet here from a museum. An old train ticket that I've used as a tab. This is the end of one of the envelopes, and I've left it open so you could put tall, long things in there. This is an old calendar, so I've put that on. And I thought that'd be quite good to write on, and obviously the back's plain so you could stick photos or whatever. This piece of paper, when I started my printer up, I hadn't used it for a while, so you know how you press the test thing, this was the test thing, and I thought it was all nice colours, so I've used the paper from that instead of wasting it. And again, that's a business card for our local Nando's. Another bottom part of a different type of calendar here, so I've used that in because it's nice like linen paper. This was some gift vouchers my husband got given, and it came in this wallet, so I used that. This is quite plain. This is lovely crinkly paper. It was an invoice that came for something I ordered from America. You can see United States on it, and so I saved that. I thought it was rather nice paper, so I put that in. A bit of an old dictionary page. This again, some stationery from a hotel. This was a thing for donations for the is it the Red Cross or the British Legion? Sorry. So I put that in because it's got lots of things about VE Day. Another envelope here, and just a tiny sliver there of scrapbook paper you would use. This is for the front of a, I think it was a brochure for a hotel, a brochure for a museum, and it got some nice pictures on it, so I've used that and just put that there on a piece of leaflet. Another piece of stationery, another thing about museums. This was, I'll show you the rest of that, but that's another piece of crinkly paper. Half side of a map. This was the bit in a hotel in Ireland, you know, where you give you the plastic keys to get to your room. This was ours, and it got little swans, and on the other side it's got a little pocket, so I put that in. Page from a magazine, page from a leaflet. This is advertising a credit card, but it got the Eiffel Tower on, so I put that in. This is from a magazine, and it's got a crossword and a puzzle, so I put that in. This was from Crafty Irina, and this was, you know, to store CDs in, so I sewed that in the middle of this signature. So there's your crossword, and it's got, I think, Sudoku on this side. There's a thing here from the Giant's Causeway, which is in Northern Ireland. So I was telling you some information about that, so I put that in. This is the magazine page, and here's the other part of the teddy bear packaging from the stickers I had. And in here I've put a little notepad and a tag here that's off a piece of clothing. Next page is a map from, I think that was from a leaflet. Here's that pocket, and I've just put in a little tiny piece of card to make a little tag. This here is the crunkly paper. I thought you could use it, put a photo behind it. It's from, I ordered some of the red double-sided tape, you know, this one, and I ordered 5 reels, I think, and this came in between each of them, and I didn't know what to do with it, and I just liked the sound of it, so I kept it. But so I put that in. As I say, that makes a quite nice photo where you can stick things to it. And there's a leaflet from a museum, end of the stationery, more stationery. Oh, that was the thing for the British Legion, and what I did was I folded this end up, used some duct tape that Crafty Irina sent me, the pink one, and it made a flap here so you can tuck things in. And in here, this is the packaging from the duct tape, so I put that in because that makes quite a nice big picture. Or you could use that to cut around your photo to put in there, you see, to make a photo for there. So that was the idea of keeping that. You could also back it with some paper to make it a journaling spot. Other side of the envelope there, which has got some lovely pictures on it and the Union Jack. Dictionary page. There's that American invoice thing. This is the other half of the envelope for the gift tag. And so I've popped in a little tiny notepad here from a hotel. So you could tuck that in there. The other side of that calendar. The other side of the test for my printer. So I put that in. Here's another Nando's card. So I've just put that. That's on the end of the other calendar page. I just like the symbol there, chicken. This is from when I went to Finland, and it's got, we went to a pub that had got its own brewery, you know, one of these micro breweries, and this was like some of the recipes, but I like the hops and everything. It's all in Finnish, so I'm sure my friend Tina, hi Tina, I'm sure she'd be able to read it for us because she's from Finland, but I can't. But I just like the pictures of the hops, so I put that in. And it's nice thick paper as well. This is another envelope, and here I've used a business card for a art gallery, a photography gallery, sorry, in Killarney in Ireland, Southern Ireland that is, that was really nice, and it's got such another beautiful picture on it. So and again, left the envelope open so you can tuck things in. Another leaflet here this one's from Hong Kong, and so I put that in, so it's got so it opens out a little bit more. This was on the front cover of a magazine. I think it was a Somerset Studio magazine, and it's so pretty, so I cut that out to put in. It's a leaflet about in the food hall in the shopping mall, so it's all got different pictures of food in. That's in from Hong Kong. Another piece of nice writing paper, stolen stationery, of course. This is from a local building society, so I put that in. Next is the back of that card I told you about. I mean, it's really pretty, isn't it? So I put that in. And here, this was when we used to have stamps that you had to lick that weren't self-adhesive ones. This is like a little stamp cover, and it's got like a man dressed as a knight, and he's like walking an armadillo. So I saved that because I thought it was a bit weird. This is another thing from the British Legion, the end of that fabric swatch thing, and what I've done here is I've attached it to a page out of a magazine, and I've made a little pocket, put some paper in and a little tag, and I cut the page out of the magazine because I like that picture of that guy, you know, like ring me. It's the end of the leaflet here with the fancy cars on. So I put that in, and then here, this is part of a leaflet from Hong Kong. I've made a great big pocket and put some paper in, and that's the end of my book. It's the swap's due to end at the end of the month, so hopefully somebody will like what I've made. And if you've got any questions, please leave them at the bottom. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.